What is going on, everyone? I'm Maria, and today I'm going to show you how to braid your own hair. Alright guys, so let's get started. So I'm going to comb out my hair and part it down the middle. So just make sure that your hair is thoroughly combed out because you don't want any knots. I am starting with wet hair. I just find it so much easier to braid when you have a little bit of tension to it, because when it's dry you have no tension. It's just like silky, it's just falling right out. But when it is a little bit wet, you have more grip. So I do have a little hack for parting your hair because you can't see the back of your head. So one thing you could do to make sure your part is even throughout the entire back is you put your index finger on top of your comb and then place it where you want to part. I'm just going to part it in the middle, so I'm placing it and I'm holding it, giving it that tension, and just going all the way down the back. And you're honestly guaranteed a straight line, depending on where you part it. Alright, so now that you are combed out and you pushed both of your sections to the side, since I am starting with wet hair, I'm going to put the other side in a bun and work with this side. The reason why I'm putting in a bun because the moisture will sit in it and it won't just start to dry. You don't want to go re-wet your hair after it's already been wet. So I'm just going to put in a little bun and go like that. Okay, so now that this side is out of our way, we're going to just comb through this side one more time and start pushing it back. Because you know when you get all these bald spots right there, that's just because you're not combing it. Everyone gets them, but sometimes you could prevent getting them if you just push it up in the direction that you are going to braid it in. Okay, so now the first thing you're gonna do is take a small piece. I like to take small sections when I am braiding. It just gives a more defined curl, and since I do have darker hair, it's really hard to see the detail in it. So I tried to give it to myself. Alright, so you're gonna split it into 3 sections. I feel like braiding your hair, it comes to holding it. Like, I found this so difficult to do before, but I feel like once you get the idea of holding it a certain way, it's easier for you to braid it. If you're trying to braid it from the back of your head, it is honestly impossible. It just doesn't work because I tried it so many times. It's just not a thing. What you have to do is you grab the sections and you're starting from the side. I feel like going from this way, working down, is so much easier than starting from top and then trying to maneuver your way all the way to the back. It's really difficult and you don't want to stress yourself out, especially when you're first learning this. So let's get started. Let's actually get started. So now that I have my 3 sections from my small little diagonal piece that I took, I'm gonna go all the way to the roots. I just find that you get more grip when it is at the root. So what I do, I'm holding it with my thumb and my index finger, then I grab it with my other finger and hold the last piece with my other hand. I just find it so much easier to be consistent with it when you have like already a hand placement for each one. So now, since we are doing a Dutch braid, we're gonna be going under the middle piece. I'm gonna take my right piece and go under the middle piece. Now you're going to take your left piece, go under the middle piece. I'm going to do it one more time. Right piece, under the middle piece. Left piece, under the middle piece. Now since we have that, we are going to start adding hair. So now we're going to add hair to our right piece. I'm just getting a small tiny bit of hair. So you're going to place this one in the middle now. Now since this one's in the middle, you're going to take your left piece and grab a tiny bit of hair. I like to pinch it when I go in. It's so much easier. And then if you pull that piece forward, it's easier to find it. You're going to grab it and go under the middle piece. So now I'm holding these 2 pieces in this hand. So you're going to grab more hair, small amount. Now you're going to place this one and go under the middle. Now we're under the middle piece. So now you're going to grab hair. So it's a pattern. Once you get the idea, I feel like in the beginning, it's really easy to understand it. Since we are getting towards the back, this is the tricky spot. Not down by the ear. You're going to keep trying to follow the head up. just gonna wet my hair. I feel like my hair dries so quick too. Always keep a water bottle next to you because you want it to be kind of entirely wet when you're working with it. It's just so much easier. And the back you're doing by feel. So now since you're coming to the nape, grab all that section because you don't want that poofiness that it creates. We're going to do the same exact thing. We're just going to bring it up and comb it back to get rid of any bald spots that you may get. Okay, let's get started. So again, I'm taking my tiny little section. Try to mimic the section that you have on the side. You could kind of see where it parts right there. So I'm going to start at the tip there and go down. Okay. So you're going to take 3 sections, again, starting lower. You want to start lower. It's just so much easier to handle. You see what I do with my hands? I like grab it in. I'm like kind of rolling it. And I grab it. Now I'm grabbing that piece. Now we're going to take that whole section of hair because you don't want it to be that poofiness that you get there. You really want it lifted, so that's why I'm grabbing that whole last piece. If you have layers like I do, you could tell that there are pieces sticking out. So you are going to use a hairpin, a small one, and kind of weave your way in and place it into the braid. So I'm going to see like right here and right here I have it, so I'm opening it up slightly. I'm going to push it down like so. So it kind of hides some of it. Alright guys, this is the final result. So I hope you found it easy to follow, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to see more. Bye guys.